Funny story. I just recorded an hour and a half long episode, which is the first 11 turns of the second campaign mission. And then I accidentally, it turned out I hadn't been recording the whole time. And at the end of that episode, I actually died. I sent one of my heroes in which we'll see him short-ish. But I sent one of my heroes off on his own, and he died, and I lost the mission, and I wasn't sure what to do, and I was going to just continue from just before I had lost the guy, but I wasn't sure about it, and I was like, maybe I should restart the mission, but if I restart the mission, then I'll just know where everything is, so that's kind of silly. But now, because I didn't record the episode at all, I'm actually forced to restart the mission anyways. So, I guess I don't know. Do I act with that information that I have, or do I just pretend I don't know what I'm doing? Because I haven't seen it. I only did the first 10 turns, of course, but still, I know. So yeah, our plan is to conquer. I've read them out last time around, but this time around, I'm just going to let you pause and read it. And basically, we're about to conquer some land to gain the alliance of the Draconians, which I said before was a bit weird feeling, because how do you conquer people to make them like you? But I don't know. We'll see what happens. It could be that there's simply this could be lands between the Draconian, like or what were they called, the Commonwealth and the Draconians, and we're just starting to found a little empire so that we can keep moving forward, which does not seem like a fast way to move at all. You think founding an empire would be the slowest way to run to get help from the Draconians. Here we are. Right. That's an. I'm already not using the information I gained because you'll notice here she has 15 unspent points, which I should have just spent before getting into combat. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of repetition. Things are already different. I did not have shock serpents before, so it could be that the nature of the game is fluid enough that it'll feel different to me. We'll see what happens. And this is going to be a shorter episode just because I had time allotted for playing the game, and that was spent not recording it, as it turns out. Which I actually expected to be more upset about. I've lost recordings before, and it's kind of bummed me out, but this, I guess I just like the game that much. So that's nice. And I also have very little mana, so I'm actually going to avoid spending it at all, if I can. Okay, so I would... They're kind of in my way. Pop you up, then I can pop you up, and then you can take down the untouchables. And you can... Those wrapped up, nice. You can go there, behind them. Trap them. And then I would love to level up my shock serpents. The trickiest thing that's going to happen here is going to be me remembering what I said in the previous recording. So I apologize if I'm saying stuff from like 3 episodes ago, or I gloss over things that seem like they should be important to mention. But basically, druids are very heavily focused on leveling up their units, and I pointed out a lot of the ways you can cheese leveling up, and I didn't end up doing them on camera. I actually did one of them off camera, and I was able to get to gold level almost instantly with my shaman. But basically, use all your active abilities, web them, and then just sit there hitting them with as little damage as you can, like walk back and forth, hide behind buildings so that you miss and you don't hit them properly, all those things. And you'll get them leveled up. And I've also made it so that druids, that's how druids are in the base game, but I've also made it so that all animals evolve with my animalistic evolution mod, and then also you summon 3 animals at a time for the druids instead of 1 animal at a time. It also turns out getting sprint twice does not give you sprint twice, so I'm not going to do that this time around. Projectile resistance would actually be quite nice to have. Poke and dagger a few times, maybe a few times more, or crippling wounds would be quite good if I just start hurting things from a distance. And yeah, I'm quite strapped for mana, turns out, in a lot of these fights. So there's some there, but this map, it has a bit of mana, but I'm using a ton of mana to summon things, and also there's an upkeep on everything I'm summoning. The biggest shame would be losing my shaman after I got them to gold in the previous playthrough of the first 10 levels, because I was pretty proud of that. But it happens, it happens, I guess. And I'll just have to try to avoid it. And actually, I think it's this serpent right here, joined my army last time. See, that's how I lost. Was I just got hit by a charge, and my hero was almost killed by it. And then I lost everything. So, if that's how I lose again, well, you won't see this recording, because I'll be too busy screaming. And I'll do it another day. Oh, I forgot to level up Reskar as well. Oops. Okay, because he can grab the animals. Okay, so the hunters can do 7 to 11, or they can do 6 to 10. Okay, so let's start hurting those. I would like to befriend these serpents. Okay, I got the serpents back. And Reskar, I just need you to finish those off before you die. And yeah, that would have, if I had lost Reskar right there, that would have been something. Okay, so things I definitely want from him. I won't need improved mountaineering because I have. Oh, I didn't mention it, but my goal is to get a gold dragon egg so I can fly up a mountain and do something or other once I'm up there. And I just have to wait for that to hatch. So he will be flying in a bit, so I don't need to give him mountaineering or anything like that. I was having a bit of troubles with people healing fast enough, so I'm going to get both Nourishing Meal and that healing thing this time around. And then, because he's weak to Frost, which is why I almost died there, I'm going to take Warm at Night. And then I'll just take 1 defense because I'm low on defense. And a couple hit points, so that doesn't happen again. And then I'm going to be fighting, as you'll see, probably a bunch of goblins. So I'll do that to deal with the goblins. And yeah, I think I have my information. I'm not going to pretend I don't. I'm just going to have to live with it. And it was only like a tiny section of the map, except for one major exception, which was the reason I lost the previous time. And I would still put up the episode where I lost even if I was restarting, but again, I didn't actually record it. And I'm going to stop right now just to make sure I am recording this time around. And yes, I am recording. Okay. I'm going to be... you always get this period of paranoia where when you lose all your recordings. And then you slowly relax and you're like, yeah, it won't happen again. And then you forget about it and it happens again. They just got stunned, which is not good. I just see if I can do something to avoid that being too serious by sending. Well, there. Okay, I think I'm about to lose my hunter spiders. But yeah, a huge thing you can cheese, as I mentioned last time, is with a place like this with recharging mana currents, you can just keep attacking them and attacking them and attacking them. And they'll keep healing, and I can just do it as long as I want until all my units have leveled up once. Because you can only level up once per combat per unit. But yeah, I didn't need to lose those. And I didn't last time. And yeah, we have a bunch of ragtag band of adventurers for some reason want to join us all throughout this. So now we have a Theocrat, which is nice, and he's actually very handy for... these guys drive me off. I'll just go down into the cave to show it off, I guess. But there's a big cave down here, and if I had some sort of tunneling ability, I could take advantage of that, which I think I will now that... last time I was offered a lot more than I got. Oh, right, because there's a camp over here I completely ignored. I should go take out that camp. So I have to keep... if I lose any heroes in this mission, it's over, which... it's quite something, but there you go. Now there is a giant spider down here somewhere, so I'm gonna have to be slightly careful. And again, mana, huge problem. I'm just gonna keep pushing for mana. And now I can take this city. I can take this tomb, but first I'm going to want to grab these giant spiders, which is what I did last time, and it worked out really well for me. But I did lose the mother, which was unfortunate. Maybe I can lure her over if I bring those down. I'm going to take out these bandits, and hopefully they still give out a dwarf prospector, because then I can start really mining like crazy down there. We'll see what happens. And grab more druidery. Never have too much. Still waiting to see what they end up doing. I want to catch them if I can. Okay, they're just going to sit there. That works for me. I'll bring some animals along. And I will do my best. Hopefully I get some spiders. Yeah, I got a few spiders, but not as many as I want. Ideally, I would have like 2 or 3 spiders just to help deal with that. I'll do this fight first. See where I'm at afterwards. And yeah, if you think that me having all this information is good or bad, let me know as well. Because I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep... My biggest concern with restarting the mission was not, oh, this sucks, it'd be annoying. It was actually... or that I wasn't able to accept my defeat. It was actually, if it's not a surprise for me, I'm actually gaining information by restarting rather than restarting preventing me from just taking wild attacks to be a way to cheese it and gain information. So one thing I can do is, you know, just play as if I would lose instantly, but if I lose in a way that it's like, oh, that was unexpected. Like, don't take huge risks, basically, but also don't end the game just because I didn't gain any... don't end the game just because I lost, because maybe I didn't gain any information in the first place. Something along those lines. I think I'm a bit frazzled from trying to just get back to where I was. Okay. And because I lose if I lose this Theocrat, it'd be very nice to get him a slightly higher level. And I'm just making sure there's no assassins here. So I don't want something like this to happen to one of my heroes that I can't afford to lose. But the serpent can take down this fence. No problem. And then you can come in, web those scoundrels. And I'm a little scared to get Julia in 2 posts, but one thing I can do is blind, or try to blind scoundrels. And I'm going to hold him back. I'm probably going to lose the Draconians, which is a shame because they were kind of pivotal to my army last time around, but I didn't have to do this fight last time. So I just straight up won. They just ran away last time. Not dealing with this. Fence in the way. Could do this. Oh, that's unfortunate. And they are orcs, so they're going to be a real big problem. If I can just get over here, finish them off, then I don't have to deal with that. And hopefully these guys will shoot Julia, I guess? Or not Julia, Sundrin. Or kill my spiders, that's... I can live with that, I guess. Not what I would want, but I can work with that. Julia... I think I want to... Sundrin. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. I'd love these serpents to get in there. Yeah, get the final hit. If I can get them leveled up, then I can evolve them into bigger serpents, as with all the animals. Hopefully, okay, we get a prospector again, and we get Jack's gift, which will keep them alive, which is nice. And the prospector, I can just get him mining right away. Julia can come down here. You know, last time I think I went for the siege workshop, but it's so important to get mana, I might go for temple instead. I don't have the resources for either right now. I might just go for a normal builder, just so I can bring that down, and there's yeah, take that tree basically. That mana from that. And this is going to be harder than it was last time because I had a bunch of spiders last time I did this fight. But I will try to avoid killing the queen, all the same. And losing the game. And I think the way I'm going to do this time round is simply not grab the other spiders. Last time I got everyone. This time I think they just have to die. That's the only way to do this with a slight bit of safety. If I could web those, that would have been amazing. Now I've probably lost even more spiders, which I might have needed. Maybe if I can do enough damage here. Skaemen do hit rather hard, and that is a Hunter Spider Queen. The Spider Queen's scary. I don't think she can kill everything in one turn. Okay, she can. Yep, there's a reason she's scary. Oh, I didn't give him... Oops. One of the level ups is, of course, Befriend Animal, which I had given him last time. This time I didn't, which means this is going to be even harder than I had originally planned. Oh, but we got it. Okay. So that worked out. Maybe not as clean in some ways as I wanted, but deal with that. Summon wild animals at the ready. And I'll send a boar just to explore what I already know is there. There's a nice spot for a building right down here, which is where I'm going to want to send this, actually. Now the question is... Well, the question is how far can she walk first? Okay, so she can't make it this turn. Unless I maybe had something there instead, but it's too late for that. Why is this guy so upset? What's wrong with him? I have no money. Ah, okay, well, that's where you come in, my friend. We might be about to have mass people just leaving because Spider Queen has taken all my resources. She's a tier 3. That's 16 per turn. Like I said in the one of the previous videos, tier 3s, you know, it's exponential, so tier 3s are much stronger than tier 2s, and you saw how strong like tier 2s like the Assassin were, so yeah, they're on another level. Pop down here, this is a city I will take if we go to war with them, with the goblins. But we might not end up going to war with the goblins this time around, because how I went to war with them was I just kept trespassing on their territory and it ticked them off. And I don't have to do that, obviously. If I go down here, I'll probably be able to... Yeah, I can make it back, no problem. I will take this location. Ooh, a dire penguin. Okay, this is a game changer. I'll show. So the wrong. Actually, I don't think it'll work. But the one thing my wrong kind of balance mod does is Leonard Sass is obsessed with penguins for some reason. And you know, obviously they're an evil unit. They should be dedicated to evil. They're not if you summon them, but I think the ones in the wild are. But I didn't think they were hardcore enough. You know, they've got glowing red eyes and everything, but my idea was to give them the Cry of the Dire Penguin, which paralyzes units in pair on the battlefield. And I think they can only do it once per combat. No, they can use it every couple turns. It's very unlikely to trigger. But I think it should maybe only be once per combat, because if it didn't scare you the first time, why is it scare you the second time? That's what they do. They're very scary. Where is my druid at? Because my druid make my Spider Queen even scarier. I'll bring those guys forward just because they're resistant to all this stuff. Now I have to keep in mind all my foes are scared, are dangerous. And do dire penguins evolve with... No, okay, so animalistic evolution I think makes them evolve into just a better dire penguin. but wrong kind of balance overrides animalistic evolution, and it doesn't do that. So I'm going to have to do something about that. What you just saw there is the reasons. There's some players, one of the top players out there, I think, or he's good anyways. He always only plays Draconian Sorcerers, and it's because their Firebomb adds, when you get a certain Sorcerer upgrade, the ranged attacks can inflict stun, and so they get an area of effect stun, and so it's the best thing in the game. Why would I do anything else other than play these guys over and over and over again? Yeah, because stun is really annoying. And very useful if it's on your side. So, I can't really blame him for it. And these are goners. Yeah. And those... Then the penguins in. Shaman tier 2? Pretty sure Shaman are tiers. Oh, they're tier 3. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so Shaman, much like the Spider Queen, very scary. Very expensive to keep around. And Shaman, they don't seem as obviously strong as, you know, like the Cannon, something like that. But they make up for it in other ways. Like they have, the Shaman have other abilities which make them dangerous to their opponents. I think I can risk it. Not risk you doing that, but I can. Such as their Entangling, which Entangling is just an incredibly powerful ability. I lose my queens. Okay. And at gold they get Entangling Strike, which I think is from my mod, but it might not be, because they might just be that good. Okay, that didn't work. These do not have Summon Slayer. Thought they might. Or Magic Creature Slayer, I guess, it'd be. And now I'm going to need someone to just cause those guys a bit of a headache. Apprentices are tier 2, but they're actually quite powerful. I've died here. Otherwise. I've blocked myself slightly. And I need to level this guy up right away because I need my tame animals back, which I accidentally didn't take this time around. Hopefully he can't kill my Spider Queen. No. Okay, and my Spider Queen actually leveled up, which is nice. And this gives blight resistance, which, like last time, I don't think I'll need, but gold would be quite good right now, given now everything here. And I will, the units that aren't injured, I'm going to leave out of my army so that these ones can actually do better and recover. And so I'll bring them in to come back up here. Think that, yeah, I'll just send this down to immediately take advantage of the mana as fast as I can. And I'm going to bring these armies back up here for the tomb next turn. I'll always get ready to summon animals, although we probably won't be doing that. We're going to be fighting the tomb. Now, I'm going to need... A laboratory would be really nice. I'm still going to be needing more mana, but I think I can afford to go for the Siege Workshop now that I have this extra income over here. So is it worth stopping that? Maybe not. And this is going to take quite a while to get done, so... going. Another thing I haven't done is last time I cast a spell to buff all my cities, which is this one right here, which I should do actually. So I'm a bit behind on that. Actually going slower in some ways than I had before. Okay, so these three obviously, and then these two. And then my final force, it depends if... Now, I think Dire Penguins can scare undead because they are just that scary. So I think it will be the Dire Penguin. Unless it's the Hunter. Let me see. Prior to the Dire Penguin, Freezing units where they stack. It doesn't say. Okay. So I'm not sure if it would work or not. But what are we facing here? It should be the same as last time, as far as I'm aware. Yeah. So would I rather have a dire penguin or a hunter? I guess the question is. I think if the dire penguin can scare them, then I think it's worth it. So I'm going to risk the dire penguin. And hopefully we win this fight. Without massive losses or something. Interestingly, they're charging forward. Last time they just stay behind and hid. Okay, dire penguin. Do you affect dead? Seems as though they might have a chance to. They only paralyze the wargs with fear. But that's something. These Wraith Kings, they are the biggest concern. I don't think you can give them Slayer's Doubt now. Now this guy here can do great work against them, but the problem with that is then he'd be put in a position where he's vulnerable, and that would be really bad. So these are paralyzed. These can't get in close enough, and these can't get in close enough. So actually, he might be safe to do so. I'd like to get a little bit closer than that. Be nice to tame wargs as well. If I could. Because if I tame the wargs... Okay, that failed. I was going to say they will attack the wargs instead, potentially, which would be nice. What I think I might do is that, and then I'll move Julia up a little. Sundrin. I'll quick dash these guys. No, I'm like Trismegistus here. Sort of Trimagus type character. Like Hermes type character. And then I could attack again, but I think instead I'll run. And the penguin's cry is free, I guess, so there's that. And they also have life stealing, which makes them even more annoying. I really don't want to lose you, so I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to sneeze. Alright, what do we got? Okay, that's not good. But could have been worse, theoretically. Penguins will just keep those guys in check. I think if I go here, I can start shooting these. Yeah, okay. Thundrin can take them out, but I am also concerned for the health of Shaman. Well, can Thundrin take them out? Not quite. So I do another quick dash. Oops, I didn't mean to do it on the Shaman. Now I have. At least the wargs are gone, but the Wraith King is still there, and that's actually quite the problem. May have messed this up somewhat. The spider is not going to be taking those out anytime soon, unfortunately. Hopefully the Wraith King can't instantly kill one of my heroes. Okay, it was close. Oh yeah, penguins also have life stealing, but that wasn't me. Okay. So it was close, but you didn't die. So that's nice. And you can finish off those wargs, no problem. Especially with the crit. And you can actually take down those guys. So we're doing better there. Slightly worried about these wargs. Finish them off. And then you can We get a bit of experience from that. Right, so this is one of the problems of this map is of this place is that the dead rise again, and so if Julia is standing near someone that's going to rise up, that could go quite poorly. But I don't think we have to worry about that. Okay, good. He leveled up, which means we can hopefully not worry about him as much in the future. I've tangled him again. Didn't work. Let's get a couple hits in on those wargs. Yeah, now the key is to kill the wargs, I guess, as quickly as possible. Just to end this fight. Okay. But believe it or not, that fight went better than it did last time. Last time I lost my Hunter Spider Queen. I didn't get his damage. I didn't almost lose the game. Like, my heroes didn't take any damage, but that was a bit too close. And I need the mana, and the Wicked Leather of the Harlot does help make up for some of Retskar's weaknesses, so I will get it again. And now he needs to get Befriend Animal, and oh, Druidic Aura as well would have been great. I might just save up for that. Yeah, I think I will just save up for the Druidic Aura, because it is so good. Julia would be nice. Okay, Charm could be fun, but she didn't keep... Oh yeah. Last time I gave her invisibility, but then I realized using your hero that if you lose the game as a scout was a terrible idea. I didn't do... So, yeah, I'm not going to do that again. And I'm going to get your defense up because all my heroes have low defense for some reason. And then I can bring this forward to build a structure there and get me a bit more resources per turn. And I'll just send these guys digging too deep and too greedily. Yep, there we go, Vampire Spider Queen. Maybe I will go up here to deal with it. And hopefully I'll be slightly more healed by then. I guess the boar can do a little bit of exploration. I've already seen what's down here. Well, I've seen this. There's boar doesn't have great eyesight. There is an undead camp there, which could eventually become a problem. Oh, and there's a beholder apparently. I don't know about that one. I'll just let them fight. Okay, so beholder means they could come up here and take that city any moment, so I am going to need I'm going to need some wild animals to take care of that. And I have 100, and money is actually more of a concern. Well, I can get both, so I'm going to plonk down a fortress. Our health is mostly up because I got a huge amount of healing abilities, and we're Draconians, which heal fast. We're going to go take care of whatever that is, while the dwarves continue to delve. Just get me money. And I would like hunters. Yeah, these guys. I'm going to do what I did last time, which is tick off the goblins, but hopefully it won't be a declaration of war this time around, because I did tick them off a bunch last time. But maybe if I only tick them off a little bit, they'll be more forgiving. Put that there. Okay, and this is the moment of truth. Actually, I'll wait a turn so that I don't have to spend a turn in their domain. And send my army to go deal with these vampires. Orcs keep digging. I don't want to open this up just in case that gives the goblins more access to me, like with last time with the teleporters. It looks like we've got a fairy something over here, or maybe they're just guarding whatever that treasure is. That could be good to get. We can take out the Spider Queen. I think that would be fine. It'd be nice to have some reinforcements, but maybe I just send these guys. I'd like to level these up as well, actually, and they all can swim, or most of them can swim, so that would be a great way to get across this lake faster. And then a tower wouldn't go amiss if I can afford it, just to see some stuff coming. And you will be guarding that for now. We've got another dire penguin, which will help. I would like another fertile domain. I can see, that's awesome. And now this will lower my upkeep cost, which will be worth a huge amount of money because I'm going to be summoning all sorts of things, right? So that'll be nice. Make this my serpent army. The dwarves just can keep mining happily away. And I will not cast this yet in case I need the spell points for this fight. And I think, actually first, I'm going to move him first. Hope for the best. No war. Okay. Oh, so invisibility doesn't... Okay, so I've declared war. Okay. You know, that's nice in a way, because that means it's the same thing that happened last time when I was surprised, but this time I was surprised for a different reason. So that's actually nice, even though it sucks to be at war with these guys. And so now I'm going to need to summon some units to reinforce the city, and I'm going to want a wall in the city. And now I have these quests to kill all these people. So there's that. And I'm more or less back to where I was. The only difference is this location that's been revealed to me. Well, I guess that's where their heroes are. But there's a location here-ish, which is another hero that will join me. And so I will grab him probably before I wrap up. We'll see. Maybe I'll wrap up after I do this fight. We'll see how I'm doing. But first, let's take out this Vampire Spider Queen, or even better, let's convince her to join me. Well, this is good terrain for it, too. She doesn't get around as easily here. Hunter spiders are going to be annoying. But, yeah, Vampire Spider Queen's very dangerous. And as I said in the last time, vampiric, like units with lifesteal, are really, really good in these in this game, because unlike Heroes of Might and Magic, it doesn't matter so much that you keep your units alive, because Heroes of Might and Magic has a limited number of creatures in the game, right? If your creatures die, they're never coming back. Whereas in this game, you can get as many creatures as you have cities, and you can always just build more cities. So losing creatures isn't as important to be on the alert for, and Heroes of Might and Magic is much more based around exploration. Like, you make more money exploring than you do from your economy, whereas in this game, your economy is more valuable. So losing units can just be a way of, you know, it's the price of doing business in this game, whereas in Heroes of Might and Magic, on a lower sort of level play, it's the price of doing business, but it's much more impactful because there's no coming back, whereas in this game, you can always bounce back. Yeah, the comeback's better in this game, basically. So it's a lot easier to do all of that, yeah. But leveling up is more important. That's where I was going with this. Leveling up is more important than keeping your units alive, which sounds contradictory, but basically, if you have a high-level unit, you don't want to lose it, but your low-level units, they can die. They can even die to help you level up your high-level units. And that's why vampiric-type units with lifesteal, are really nice, because it means that you get the... they're much less likely to die, which means they level up faster. And that's that, yeah. And the Spider Queen, unfortunately, is near all my other units. Although it looks like I can maybe do something a little bit sneaky here. If I do... Units with Resurgence are great because you can just auto-combat all the time, because you don't have to worry about losing them at all. Because it is still nice not to lose your units, it's just not the end of the world if you do lose them. And it can be more fun to play in a more sloppy style where you're more likely to lose your units. And that's true for playing Heroes of Might and Magic as well. Optimal play is well and good, but it can be a bit much. Okay, and that did not... I should probably make the cry not turn you to face the Dire Penguin, although it is scary, so maybe you want to see what's going on, but... It means you can orient the entire opponent's army fairly easily. Alright. Need more spiders. I don't have more spiders. Does Shaman get in there in time? They can. Do I go for the entangle? Sure. You got this, guys. Nice. Okay. And now I need to get Reskar to the other side of the divide somehow. And where's Sundrin? I'm actually going to go all out here with... Nice. Okay. We've got ourselves 2 Spider Queens, and I bet our money is looking terrible. At 10 per turn, it's not so bad. Okay, +1 damage and +3 defense, but a little bit of fire weakness. For a Draconian, that's fine. Yeah, now he's a lot less likely to die, and he does a bit more damage if he gets into combat, which I probably don't want him to get into combat, so I might give that to Sundering, because she's going to be better at combat, but it is now an option. Send my Shock Serpents across to help out. Oh, and I want to bring that spider with me, I guess. We'll bring everyone. We'll bring everyone. Now that dwarf is in danger, and... Is this enough of an army to take a single goblin? Ah, they have a stealth goblin. That becomes a different story. Fighters can climb walls, but yeah, I think it's not quite enough to be competent in it, and then if I lose my defenses there. I'm not going to do it just yet. Maybe I... Go see what's over here, maybe. Just out of curiosity. Because I'm not using it right now anyways. Okay, and we have down here a big old fight. Ready to go. This looks like a little bonus area, probably. And I might be able to just like grab, excuse me, most of these. Doing a lot of recording, obviously. Well, a lot of not recording, but yeah. Okay, can I... Nymphs cannot be charmed. Strange. I don't know, it seems like just because you're a charmer doesn't mean you can't be charmed, surely. Maybe you know all the tricks. We'll see how they like this. They don't care. It isn't, yeah. They are a tier 1 unit, so it would be kind of ridiculous if it did paralyze entire armies on its own. It has a pretty low chance to succeed. Just attacks with 5 resist, which I'm not quite sure how the math works out, but I think it's something like it's 5% per resist attack over resist. So if it was at 12, then it would be 45% chance to work on a Draconian Shaman. I can actually just check in a moment, probably, by looking at what it looks like. I can probably tell because of the way it is. Oh. Wow, weird. You think the nymphs would be eager to, like, you know, take my heroes or something? But no, they don't care. They're fine. I'm fine with that. I'll take a boar. Alright, I was going to check for the odds thing. Okay, I don't have any right now, so... Might not be an option. I want to heal them up, and you can finish those off. I guess that inflict fever thing is one of those things. Now they might try to take the boar back from me. So I'll just send those in, and why not? Give the raptors a bit of experience. And I guess the boars just came along for the ride. Okay, what do we have? We have got a back scratcher. The Numbing Hand of Winter's Hex gives you freezing touch. Sounds useful. A little bit of gold. And then I guess if I'm at war, I can just start heading back to take this city. And I'll get you over here to bust me through the wall. And everyone needs to start heading back as fast as possible. Which is faster for some than others. If I summon into water, I can't. Okay. I was going to say, does that like, guarantee me better units? It's got an army coming. We're going to need more forces to defend my main city. You're good. You guys are on defense. You're my defenders of that forward base. And you can keep moving up. Yeah, so here's where we get my next hero. Now we have him. And we are back to where I was last game. The only difference really is that last game I had most of my army was here and they had taken these two places as well instead of being up here because I didn't know that this underground place existed until I started recording just now. These I can take with something else. And yeah, we're back where I started. The major thing that I did shortly after getting this hero was I sent him into this tower, and the chargers, you know, they can charge and they can fly, flanked him twice, and the fire spitter spat on him, and I lost the game. My level 1 hero just sort of went suicidal there. So I'm going to be a bit more careful with him, and I'm actually going to stop before he's explored and walked around, because it's nice to be back right where I was without losing it. So that's where I'll end it for now. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. It's going to be a bit of a shorter episode, but that's how it's going to go because my throat's done now. So yeah, all right, bye.